Hello, and welcome to the Avengers Infinity War Spoilercast.
Yeah. Hello.
Said we were going to do it, and we decided to do it.
Yes. I don't think we need to really beat this one over the head.
No. We even beat this one over the head.
Avengers Infinity War was good. All right, guys. That's it.
It was amazing.
Oh, Spin Top. Holy shit. We'll see you next week.
Okay, so I want to start this off. I want to start off like this.
Go for it.
Count down. I want each of us to count down from 5 our top 5 favorite MCU films. So go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you want me to start, or does someone else want to start first?
You can start.
Okay. All right, actually, this is a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. Shit.
Just start at your number 1.
I'll start with number 1. Okay. So number one is Avengers Infinity War. 2 is Thor Ragnarok. 3 is Civil War. 3 is Captain America Winter Soldier. 4 is Civil War. And then 5 I would say is Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right. Me?
That's my tentative right now because I might change that. But
mine changes all the time. Infinity War, Iron Man 3, Winter Soldier. Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok. All right. Mine is Winter Soldier. Yeah. Thor Ragnarok. Iron Man. Infinity War, Iron Man, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right. So we agree on Guardians of the Galaxy, me and you.
Yeah.
Did you say Infinity War was your favorite?
Yeah.
What did you say it was 2?
Iron Man 3.
Okay. So am I the one that had Civil War?
Yeah, I
rewatched it recently.
I was angry.
I rewatched it recently and paid attention to the writing of it because I was listening to people talk and they were talking about the writing of it. It is masterfully written. It is the best written film in the MCU, easily, because of the nuances, subtleties, and everything that was put into it.
Directing.
No. I'm talking about the writing nuances and subtleties. That was the writing of it. Which was the directors. They had a hand in writing as well because they all worked together. Stephen McFeely, Christopher Marcus, and then Joe Russo and Anthony Russo. They all had a hand in it. But I do appreciate Civil War a lot more. Like, it literally jumped up my list. Up to, what was it, 3? Yeah, 3, because the Winter Soldier was number 2. It's an amazing film. I mean, I like all the Captain America films, to be honest with you.
Well, I had a disagreement with friends of mine over the first Avenger, and they didn't like the montage part. Like,
I love that.
It's so 80s.
You have to show that. You have to show that. It's actually a lot 40s. It's 40s, very 40s. It's very World War II.
Yeah. Well, it's I always liked Captain America.
Yeah.
And it's never been a I'm not a flag waver. Like, I'm an American, but I'm not a flag waver. I'm not like, we're going to have a flag out or you're un-American. It's like, I don't have to prove who I am to anybody. So.
I don't know if you're American or not, Terry, so you're so un-American to me.
I am.
You don't support Trump.
So, let's not bring that up. But no, I enjoyed a character that, like he's changed. But he's
grown.
Yeah, he grows as a character, and he still stands for the exact same thing he's always stood for.
Yeah.
But he still has change, and it's not like he's compromising.
Yeah.
He realizes what a situation is.
Yeah. Which
to me, that's what America is, because it's not a consistent thing. It's got its roots,
change, but you have
changes.
Roots. Yeah. Which leads me into Infinity War with Captain America's entrance, because that was one of my favorite moments in the film. If you don't know, it's called a Spoilercast. This is going to have spoilers.
Sadly ruined by multiple trailers. That would have been cool.
That would have been really cool with not having the trailers.
Yeah.
But again, I shut my mind off of what the trailers show me when I go to a film.
I'm at the point where trailers make me mad.
Yeah, I don't like watching them anymore. But I feel like I have to though.
It's not like what they're showing that's going to be in the movie. Because all right, if I'm going to watch the trailer, I'm going to see a thing maybe that I'm like, ooh, like Terminator Salvation is like the biggest offender of a trailer ruining a movie. Yeah. Well, the Terminator Genesis also completely ruined.
Best movie of all time.
Well, the movie was ruined anyways.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, it was like they showed the twist in the trailers.
Yeah.
What's the point of seeing it if you know that's what's going to happen? So,
okay.
I get off track. But no, like Marvel's really, and I know it's because they're trying to keep everything surprising, but I'm so tired of things in trailers that are not in movies. I
actually like it for Infinity War because it was like I was waiting for that scene and when they're running in the woods with Hulk, and I was like, oh shit, it's not in it. I realized it.
The thing is there's a moment in that movie where I'm like, that scene's never going to happen.
Really?
Yeah.
They shot specific scenes for the trailer though.
But I would just want them to stop that.
But it's because they know they have to show a trailer. But they don't want to show us things. They want to keep us surprised, which I appreciate.
But then show less in the trailer.
It's really hard to do that for this film. Like when you watch the film, it would have been really hard for them to do that.
No, you could. I guarantee you, because it's just most of the trailer is just people turning and looking.
They should have said
rewatch those trailers. It's just like turn and look.
Yeah, they should have said the snap.
A lot of it.
Oh, it fucking hurt my hand. All right. So what I want to do with the Spoilercast is I want to go through the film. So I want to start at the very beginning.
Okay.
How many people were shocked that Loki died?
I was
like, I had a feeling it was going to happen, but
that was my. I was like, they're going to start off heavy. I was like, Hulk, nah. And I was like, when they showed, what's his face? Idris
Elba.
I was like, he's dead.
Heimdall.
Yeah, I was like, he's dead. And then when Thor was all tied up, I was like, all right, Loki's going to die now. And he died, and I'm like...
Yeah, and I was actually, like, pleasantly, like it actually kind of hurt. Like, it did.
Well...
It's like we grew up with that character for so long.
Well, he was... So I think their thought process on it is he had an arc.
He did have an arc. His arc was finished.
Yeah. So you could pull off getting rid of him, and plus show, hey, we mean business. Things are going to happen in us you're not going to expect. So killing off two, liked characters. Yeah. Well, Loki's more loved. Heimdall's liked. Yeah. People. I've never heard anybody go, I don't like this Heimdall guy.
But so did you guys? So the voice at the beginning when they're like, when the voice is like, we're Asgardian ship, we're in trouble. This is SOS or whatever.
Kenneth Branagh.
That's Kenneth Branagh. Yeah. So that was really cool. Yeah. I appreciated that. I appreciate those little things,
Yeah. It's a nice nod to the first movie. The fact that it's these characters that he was.
Which I want to go back because I feel like I'd appreciate that film a lot more than now.
The hardest part about watching that movie is I don't know who made the decision to dye Chris Hemsworth's beard and eyebrows, but whoever it is should not be working at any movie again. Well, because that's such a horrible idea. Because it looks so fake.
Yeah, but here you go. The films have progressed over time, and they've gotten better and better and better. Yeah. It's so weird. Like, you feel like they'd get less and less good.
Well, no, because they're doing what they should do, and what they're doing is they're learning from their mistakes.
Yeah, they really are, and I appreciate that.
The thing is like they're still making mistakes. Like if I would say my sixth favorite movie would be probably first Avenger and then Thor: The Dark World. Like, I really like The Dark World. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't like it. It's this. Like, I like them all. I get that, like, people are like, well, there's no joy in it. I'm like, well, it's kind of a movie based around chaos. Yeah. A lot like how Infinity War is.
Oh, since my number 2 is Iron Man 3, but Iron Man 3 also has probably my worst moment in all of Marvel.
For sure.
of all of Marvel was the ending.
Yeah.
What?
With
Pepper.
Coming in.
Oh, where she
superpowered. Yeah.
I hated that.
That was my lowest point. And it was such a high point, and then it dropped to Marvel's lowest point, in my opinion.
I think it was. I enjoyed it because. Were you expecting it?
I was not.
I was not, but when it happened, I was just like, "Oh, fucking course!" Like it wasn't genuine surprise. Like, "Oh, she's alive." It was just the fact that they decide to make her extremely OP after Iron Man went through this whole ordeal. He should have been the one to wrap it all up, not this.
But the whole idea of that, and it even goes into Infinity War, that Tony's so used to doing his thing on his own and all that, and he's still got to learn. And even up in the Civil War, where I'm right. He still hasn't learned that lesson, but he needs other people to pull off this stuff.
Yeah. They could have kept her alive and she could have done something else, but to give her those abilities, whatever it was.
The extremist.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was.
No, I'm saying just
saying
no
to the situation.
That. Yeah. If she would have done something human, like distracted him so he could do something, or something else with the genuine surprise of her still being alive, I would have been all for it. But
you're an asshole.
But since the fact that she came in, no.
Well, here's the other thing you got to remember with these movies. And this is the big problem with, because I think Robert Downey Jr. gets, I think somebody said 20%.
He gets a lot of money.
So I think he's going to end up getting, he's made $250 million playing Tony Stark, and then he still gets money from Infinity War. So he's going to get
good for him.
More. So
he started the universe off, dude.
I'm not sure about the numbers, but and then the big reason why they're trying to, they're getting lesser known actors and all that is, the money thing. Because when you have Tom Holland in a movie and Robert Downey Jr. in a movie, you're paying Robert Downey Jr. way more than you're paying Tom Holland.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so I really especially in the first scene, but throughout all of his scenes, Ebony Maw. I loved Ebony Maw, and his voice was so it was so cult. It was so cult. Yeah,
it was so
sniveling cult leader.
It had that. It had the cult leader thing to it, but also had that. If you watch an Ethereum movie, you get that sniveling motherfucker that it's like, oh, can't wait to make it.
So I love that.
Thanos was such a weak character.
No, when Thanos and Hulk fought, and you thought you were like, oh yeah, Hulk can send his own, and then immediately he said, let him have his fun.
Yeah.
And then just fucking destroyed that one. And then just absolutely destroyed him. It wasn't even a match.
Well, the biggest problem through the Marvel movies, especially with the team-up movies, is not so much in... I consider Homecoming a bit of a team-up movie because, Iron Man works with Spider-Man in it. But you had to establish that Thanos is a threat. So what is the best way to show he's a threat?
Just destroy Hulk.
Just have him bitch slap Hulk. Bitch slap Hulk so much that he's afraid.
Yeah. And they want to come back out.
Yeah.
I love that. Immediately you felt the presence of Thanos.
Yeah.
That was important.
And he didn't even use any of the powers of the
stone.
The stone he had. Mm-hmm. That was just all him. Fucking.
No, he was using the Power Stone.
When he was fighting Hulk?
Not to fight Hulk. No. It didn't glow purple. So they made it known. I mean, they made it very clear when they use the powers.
Yeah, you can see the colors.
Yeah, but it doesn't glow at all. when he's fighting Hulk, because in the comics so in the movie they actually nerf Thanos a lot. He's actually nerfed a lot from the comics because his father is an Eternal, and so is his brother. So he's Eternal too. He can stand on his own easily. He can beat every Avenger by himself, even without the Infinity Gauntlet. So it makes sense that they nerfed him in this movie because it would be an uninteresting movie.
For those who don't know why you keep saying nerfed,
his power was like brought down a lot from the comics. Like in the comics, he can literally fight everyone without the Infinity Gauntlet. With even one stone, he can pretty much destroy every Avenger instantly. Like it would make a 2-second fight. But yeah, and then we go to Earth. So Hulk gets thrown to Earth by Heimdall with the little reference to the Forefathers. Was it the Forefathers or the Allfathers? Sorry, Allfathers. Which I like that. And then Heimdall dies.
Well, there was a callback to the Avengers. What was the callback?
Oh, it's when how much dark magic did you use, or how much did the Allfathers dark magic did you, or to get you here, Loki? Or Loki asked Thor that. That's right. Yeah, in the woods. So then we get to Earth. Doctor Strange and Wong about to go get some. What were they about to go get?
There's a sub.
Yeah, it was a sub. Okay.
They're trying to go sub shop.
So I love that little reference with the with him and the Silver Surfer with Hulk coming in. It was like the very first, one of the first images in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline.
Yeah,
in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline in the comics. And like when he's saying Thanos is coming, that gave me shivers because that again gave me the presence of Thanos. And then we go to what, Tony and Pepper?
Yep.
Tony and Pepper. That was a little interesting scene because it kind of comes full circle at the end because he's talking about he wants a kid and he wants to settle down, blah, 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 all that shit. And at the end of the film, obviously, we get with Peter and him, and he's holding Peter. We'll get to that in a little bit.
His surrogate son.
Huh?
His surrogate son.
Yeah, his surrogate son. I think he said surrogate son.
I probably did.
Yeah, and then Doctor Strange comes in and completely interrupts Tony. And Tony's just like, who the fuck is this douchebag? I love that those two together because they're like the biggest douchebags in the universe together. Or like individually, when you get them together.
You see them together and it's like, it's obvious they're almost the same character. They're just doing different things.
Yeah. And that's how it is in the comics too.
Yeah.
That's how it is in the comics, so. Dude, it just felt like the Illuminati too. It just felt so close to Illuminati. I was like, oh shit, we just need Namor and Black Bolt, man.
That's what he said when we watched it.
I needed Namor so
Reed
bad.
Richards.
Yeah, we need him obviously too. And Beast.
I'll be honest with you. Like, okay, I can see Aquaman doing Aquaman, but Namor is going to be a really hard character.
I like Namor better than Aquaman though, man.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
I don't think Namor needs his own movie.
Oh, there's plenty of people that are going to want him to have his own movie.
I want him to have his own movie too. I'm saying I don't think he needs it though.
I wanted Venom to have his own movie, and look, I'm getting it.
I think Namor mixed inside of like the Black Panther film, because those two clashed a lot.
Yeah.
Like introduce him in there, or introduce him in a Fantastic Four film, because they're gonna do it eventually. Did you hear the story that says Comcast could outbid Marvel for the Foxdale?
I fucking hope not.
I don't want that. Because I want my Fantastic Four back.
Comcast, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right? Anyways, so then we go there, and he's about to call Steve Rogers on that cell phone that Steve sent him.
And then shit happens.
Shit happens. I love that. It kind of gets like quiet, and what are you doing, Terry? Come on now.
Go on.
You're really watching the scene we're talking about?
Yes.
You dick. But yeah, and then shit happens. They go outside and
they fight.
Fights here. Oh, I love when they introduce Spider-Man. Even though it's in the trailers, it was so cool.
Well,
people cheered.
All right. Here's the debate. All right, I can't remember his friend's name. Remember his friend's name?
Oh shit. fuck, Ned.
Okay. I kept thinking it was Edward.
I thought it was Neil, but then I was like, no, not Neil.
I kept thinking it was Edward. But all right, so
Edward.
So, all right, what do you think is actually going on with Ned with that situation?
Oh no, he was starting to freak the fuck out.
Is he actually freaking out, or is it just like I gotta distract these people? Because he has a
he's
look on his
freaking
face
out.
like he's excited, but he's afraid, but he's got to run back there. It's almost like
he was like, oh shit.
it's almost like he disregarded what Peter said to him.
Yeah,
I'm disagreeing with that. I like the concept of there's going to be like a time difference between Homecoming and this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to think
there's actually not that much time difference between that one. That's like it comes like almost like 2 months after.
You don't let me have my moment.
I'm sorry. I'm just being.
Never mind now. My it's ruined.
I know.
It's ruined.
You're such an asshole.
Well, you can continue.
Go. Keep talking.
Well, it's now just.
I'm curious what you want to say about Ned.
No, I don't think it was.
Because they can probably still.
I don't think it was him genuinely panicking. I think it was, if there was a time difference, that they've had, they've rehearsed this. So when Peter's like, hey, do something, he's automatically just going to cause a scene.
I don't know, man, because like when he doesn't even look at Peter. He looks outside and he's like, oh shit.
He's like, whoa. I don't know.
I kind of hope it's just him like being scared as shit.
You never know. What's your thoughts on... All right, I need to brace myself for this. I can't believe I'm bringing it up. Because many, many times have I said to my nephew, I don't want to hear about him. I don't want to hear about him. Please stop talking about him. Okay. What do you think of Iron Man's new armor?
I knew. I thought that's what it was gonna be. I love it so much, and when they do it, when it first comes on, oh my god, it felt so cartoonish and comic book.
Yeah.
But like it was the only thing that felt like that in the film, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
It felt, but they did it in such a like it felt like it could be real.
Yeah.
Because I mean Tony, it's progressed over so much time, and he's gotten so much smarter. It feels like even that like. I don't know, it just felt so cool. Like it was coming up as
the thing that bothered me was how clunky the dialogue was between Pepper and Tony explaining where the nanos come from.
That was clunky?
Yeah, that was so clunky. It's like they would not. And what makes
there's only one line.
What makes clunky dialogue is the fact that they're explaining something that neither one of them need to go over because they've already talked about this before. It'd be like me explaining something to you about Dave.
I thought it was kind of natural. What about you, Dave?
No, it's a clunky line. What do you think, man?
I wasn't paying attention to the dialogue. I was just trying to look at the chess piece. So I was just sitting there like...
All right, get your mind off of Gwyneth Paltrow. We're talking about Robert Downey Jr.
Not her. No, she has a bad taste in my mouth because of Iron Man 3. Because... They don't ever bring up they don't show her powers ever again. So they were just it irritates me.
Wait, let me get this straight. Iron Man 3 is your favorite Iron Man movie.
But it has I talked to him. I was
and you're not and they're not talking about the powers she has, is that what you just said?
But they show her a couple other times and you don't ever mention the fact that oh shit, she could explode at any moment.
No, they cured that, and they even said it in the clunky end dialogue in the movie.
In what, Infinity War?
No, in Iron Man 3. She was cured.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, she was.
I was so irritated, Terry. After that moment, I literally was just looking away, just like, It had such a... that movie is so good, but yet so bad.
So... The Ebony Maw versus Doctor Strange, that was really fun.
Yeah. Well, you have to have
such a good voice. Oh my god.
You have to have
Thanos was such a good voice.
Oh, it was.
You have to have something to work with a character like that because Loki with Doctor Strange isn't going to work.
No. We saw that in Thor Ragnarok.
Like he's more of an annoyance.
I was falling for 20 minutes.
Like Kingpin, you can't throw Kingpin up against Doctor Strange, even though it'd be kind of interesting, but still.
Dead immediately.
But it's all about balance.
Yeah.
You know.
When Ebony Maw was like, "I'll take it off your dead corpse," the way he said it, I said it horribly, but the way he said it, dude, it gives me shivers every single time. It was just perfect voice.
I like how Spider-Man was the one that technically thought about defeating him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like that's how he did it in with defeating Ant-Man in Civil War, which was cool. So when Spider-Man shows up, that was a really fun scene when he's just like, "Hey, what's up, man?" That was really cool. So that entire battle scene, I enjoyed that. And when Hulk's trying Tony's like, "You embarrassed me from the Wizards, man." He's like trying to get it up. That's like right here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's before this.
Oh, okay. Then that was really fun.
Man, I want to watch the movie again.
I do too. I want to go see it. I want to go see it with Terry, but Terry.
Yeah, Terry, you don't like us.
I like you guys, but I had my son and
whatever.
Yeah, my blood son. Yeah.
Wow. Jordan hasn't had a father longer than your son has been alive, Terry.
I do. That's actually true.
I do like when Tony says, "Go get the wizard."
Yeah. Tony has some of the best lines in this film, but so did. And
I liked his acting.
It's Tony, Quill, and Peter. They have the best lines in the film,
which they should.
Yeah, because they are the comedical ones, and they pair them all together. That was so great.
But I'm sorry. I know we're jumping really far ahead, but I'm sorry. My favorite line is when Doctor Strange says, "There was no other way."
Oh
yeah,
yeah, because he knows it was that was that one, the 14,605,000.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people picked up on that.
Apparently not a lot.
Yeah, apparently. And I'm just like, I picked up on it. Come on, guys. He knows what's going on, and I wonder if who's gonna be the one that sends them back in time in 4, because we know that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in how that's gonna play out. What's gonna go on. Mm-hmm. I'm so fucking curious. That's what I'm excited about.
They've set up everything enough to where when we go into the next one, even though
I don't want a trailer. I don't want them to give us a trailer at all.
They will give trailers.
I know,
they will give more trailers than they did for this one.
No, I think they might give one.
No.
It's a continuation. I think they might only give one.
No, because they're not going to show the back half of the movie. They'll front
load it.
Yeah.
I hope so, at least.
There might be a scene or two where people who come back aren't in it, or they'll just do what they did with Civil War, where they just didn't have.
So I want to move on to I guess let's finish this scene up with Spider-Man going up in space. Yeah. That was fucking awesome. He's like, "Oh, come on!" when Friday pulls the chute on.
Yeah.
That was great.
Well, what's your thought on the Iron Spider suit?
Oh, it was great, and I love how they kept it out of the trailers when the 4 legs come out. That was sweet. That's real sweet.
I've never liked the Iron Spider.
Of course you haven't.
It's to me it takes away, and in the Civil War story that it's from, I think it fits. I think
it makes sense for this stuff.
Well, it fails in the Civil War comic.
Well, no, it shows Peter that the way Tony's going and all that's not for him.
Yeah.
It's about the character, and the Iron Spider outfit changes him. Yeah. Now, if he didn't have the Iron Spider outfit, he would not survive this movie at all.
I think it fit this too, though, because he was going in space. He needed a suit, and Tony had already prepared this suit for him.
Wong disappearing was. Well, I got to stay here.
Yeah,
that's the only one that annoyed me. It was like, Wong, I got to stay here. It's like, okay, I guess that's why he's not going to be in the movie.
Well, no. I think they set that up pretty well. He did have to guard the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah, but it made sense.
It made sense, but yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, so let's move on because we only got a little bit of time.
All right.
So, and then when they introduced the Guardians,
yes,
that is great. It's a great song. Obviously, James Gunn chose that song. Well, he gave them a few songs to go.
Choices, yeah.
It was actually some of the funniest moments too.
For sure. With Thor, he's like an angel and a what was it? Angel and a
I don't know.
Fuck.
There's something with
And a leopard.
Shut up, Dylan. Dylan's here now. He hasn't even seen the film.
What film?
Avengers. We're doing a Spoilercast.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil this
something
whole
with
movie
muscles, correct?
Yeah, well, he has a muscles. God damn it! I need to see the film again. I haven't seen it in a week.
I haven't seen it in a while.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right. Of course it is. Of course. And then Thor is just being. I like how they kept the humor from Ragnarok into this, but also gave him that the depth of what he had.
Fucking.
Especially when him and Rocket are talking. That's a little bit forward.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that was a rough scene. That was sad.
Around there is when the movie starts to take its turn. Because if you pay attention to the movie, it's like quip. As I was watching the movie, I went, oh my God, I hope they don't keep doing this.
But it was because Tony was in most of the scenes at that point. No.
If you pay attention, they really brighten up that first half of the movie.
Yeah.
And then it gets
the movie
heavy.
goes,
It gets darker.
Yeah.
Dude, I just like how at the we're jumping ahead, but at the end when it just gets all like slow motion and just like it's like you can hear the solemn music and everything's
because they cut back to everyone else dying and then it's Thanos and Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
He's like turn it off. Shh.
God damn, it's like a laugh track.
Yeah.
God, I couldn't deal with that. I could not watch it.
His face is the best. His face is the best.
He feels tremendous loss.
All right, we have. I want to have a little bit of time, so we gotta get this going.
All right. It's somewhere later in the movie where they do that.
It's there. So when Gamora and Star-Lord kiss, and then Drax just standing there,
completely still.
It's kind of like Dylan right now.
Yeah.
What?
Drax is. They're like, "How long have you been there?" And Drax just like, "An hour."
I'm invisible.
And then Mantis. Yeah, that's how it is. And then Mantis comes in and is like, "Oh, hey, Drax," and he's like, "Damn it." And then we get Peter saving Doctor Strange. Obviously, that was a good scene. Nothing really to talk about there, except for like Tony wanting to go to Titan because he figured Thanos wouldn't be expecting it. Mm-hmm. I think it's a smart move.
Well,
yes, maybe it fucked everything up.
Let's not forget Scarlet Witch and Vision.
I know. I'm getting back there. Scarlet Witch and Vision scene. That was great. I love how they took Vision out of it, basically. Yeah. Because they needed to. He's too powerful. He's too powerful. It's smart writing. That's
Quick question. All right. Scarlet Witch's powers come from the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Is that her attraction to Vision?
Oh, that's weird. That's real weird. No, I mean, I don't see it like that. At least I don't think.
I was okay when she turned to dust.
Yeah, he didn't like Scarlet Witch. I thought she was great in this film.
Yeah, I like her.
I thought Nebula was great in this film too, and she was not good in the other two films.
I love Nebula.
She's over the top in the first two Guardians.
That's the point.
Yeah, but she was way better in this film.
She's angry. She's just angry. Holy fuck.
Dude, I had a big breakfast from Kelly's. It's still catching up.
You went out to eat?
Yes.
With who?
It's Dollar Burger Day.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Shit!
You're an idiot, dude.
God damn it. Fuck. I still want beer.
All right, let's get.
Shit.
Stop. We're having a podcast. Get out of here.
Holy fuck.
Actually leave.
Did you hear that? He told Dylan to get out of here.
No.
They're
almost
Tell
done.
me you love me.
Love you.
Call me your sweet bitch.
I love you, sweet bitch.
Thank you.
You know Jordan's your bitch.
Jordan is my bitch.
So, I thought the motion capture for Thanos, fucking phenomenal.
Dude, Thanos.
I think. Sorry, good.
Nah, that's where their budget went.
That's where a lot of the budget went, yeah.
Well, no, I think that's where the time for the movie went. Because he had to be seamless.
Because Thanos is the best Marvel villain we've had.
Him and Killmonger, it's because
and
they have very similar
I
ideologies.
still like Zemo better than Killmonger.
But again, he agrees that Thanos is the best because you can feel like with Killmonger and what is it Zemo
Helmut Zemo.
You can be like tragic, but with Thanos there isn't tragedy. It is all just evil.
There it is. Toward the middle of the film.
But that's but I'm saying like, huh?
You're wrong.
Well, he does have a tragic story, but I'm saying in this film you don't know it. Yes, it is somewhat sad, but you don't see his other side, why he's doing that.
I don't know. See, I'm going to disagree with you there because the reason I felt so throughout the first half of the film, it's like, oh yeah, he's just a badass villain who can pretty much beat anybody's ass, and then we get with him and Gamora, and that takes a turn for the villain. And that gives you so much insight into him that it's so powerful, and it just keeps building on that and building on it and building on it.
But I'm saying like he doesn't he does have a warp to it. But how Killmonger and them and Zemo, correct? The way their characters were written was they were good at first. Mm-hmm. You can see their twisted sense. With tragic. Thanos, you didn't really have that. You knew he was a villain. You know he's bad, but they wrote him so well that even the Gamora scene, you would feel something for him, and that's what I like.
I'm actually glad they didn't go the whole Mistress death thing. I thought it would have been too much.
I thought that's what they were doing when we saw
Skull.
Death. Yeah, that turned into Red Skull, which was again a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Which
the little surprise they have in there is good. I can't call Thanos evil.
I see his logic, which is not good, but I see his logic. Based
on your logic, only two of us are leaving this room.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it's me or Dylan that are going to be out of here. So Dylan, I'm gunning for you.
Well, let's get something clear. If something goes down and I need to get the fuck out of here, I'll be the first one out.
But I really do understand the logic. I mean, because you see it when he explained to Doctor Strange what happened to his world.
Yeah.
And I mean, it makes sense. Like he doesn't want that to happen to the rest of the galaxy. So in his own story, in his own way, he is the hero, which is always the best villains when they see themselves as the hero. He sees himself as the hero of the universe, which that's a powerful fucking villain.
And I think that is why I like him so much, because the other ones, Killmonger, like you have that a little bit, but not to the full degree that Thanos has. He's taken it and he has warped and twisted it so far, and that's what I like. Is that
I can't say that he's warped and twisted it. It's more of a it goes into when he goes for the Soul Stone. He's making that decision nobody else would, because when Quill had the chance, which most likely, he hesitated, and obviously Thanos didn't hesitate. But if Quill wouldn't have hesitated, then Gamora would have been done. But when he realized what was going on, use a reality stone, Quill's gun turns into a bubble machine. So it's that like you said, twisted sense of right, basically the combination of both what you're both saying, that gets him to that point of, it's not coming out of a sense of evil in the sense of well, I'm taking out all these people because I want this. Because what's he do at the end? He just sits down by himself.
He does exactly what he said he was going to do, that's amazing. He did exactly what he wanted to do. And then we have that scene with him and little Gamora in the Soul World, which is confirmed to be the Soul World.
Yeah.
Which we all knew.
Yeah.
Well, most people knew. If you understand the films.
If you paid attention to any of the dialogue in the movie.
Yeah. She's like, what did it take? Or what did you have to sacrifice?
Everything.
And he says
that was heavy.
Yeah, that was heavy. That was beautiful.
Well, that's why you get a good actor for something like that.
at first I didn't have any feelings, but I don't know. Josh Brolin as Thanos, it was so good.
He's perfect. Perfect casting.
Like again, I can't hear.
He has a dryness to him, which really needed to go in that character. Like that's why James Spader was great for Ultron, because there was that like he could get that like grandiose kind of thing to it. And
I like how both Josh Brolin and James Spader, they were the only choices for Ultron and Thanos.
It was. I like their voice. I loved Ultron just because of how James Spader portrayed Ultron. Like his voice was just. Same with Thanos.
Oh, let me explain to you my evil plan.
Your evil.
You
plan.
remember that?
Yeah, I love that. I love that part.
What's creepier than the Milano flying into nowhere in this movie?
What's creepier?
Yeah, what's creepier in this movie than that?
You thought it was creepy?
Yeah,
Really?
because it was. Wait, think about. I bet you if we put it side by side, it's the same path that they took in the first Guardians.
It is.
And it was so lively and bright and shiny and noisy,
dead.
And you're just going through. It's just dark.
Yeah.
It's. To
I
the
wish they would
point
have got
where-
Benicio del Toro. I wish they could have got Benicio del Toro to play the Collector again.
He was in there.
No, that was not him. You go look at the credits. It's not him. That's why they didn't really show him very much. It's not him. I mean, that's okay though. When you hear him talk after he dies, quote unquote, from Gamora, that was cool. Is that? Do I hear? What is that? Do I hear sadness, daughter? That was great. I love their relationship, Gamora. I love the whole dynamic between Gamora, Star-Lord, and Thanos. Like when Star-Lord goes to actually kill Gamora finally, and there's bubbles come out, and then Thanos says, "I like him," and then he just go. It's such a dad thing to say. A dad thing to say.
Think about everything.
Never had a dad.
But think about everything Thanos does. He's not out to kill people because he's out for his thing. Because he could have killed all of them. Like he could have just killed Star-Lord and all them, and then been done with them, and they wouldn't have been a problem for him. But he doesn't.
If he had the choice, he wouldn't have killed anyone.
Like because the beginning. I think the fact that he's on his way to his mission, and with Loki trying to stab him, like he doesn't kill Thor at all. Like they attack the ship, but he doesn't kill Thor. He kills Loki because Loki tried to stab him. Yeah. He killed Heimdall because Heimdall sent Hulk away.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think he really even wanted to kill Loki until he called him. Until Loki said, "You'll never be a god."
No,
I think that pissed him off. I think it pissed him off.
No, Loki trying to stab him is why.
That's what I'm saying. If Thanos had the choice, he wouldn't have killed anyone.
Yeah.
Except when he would have just snapped his fingers.
He would have left that shit. He would have left it. He would have left it to.
I hate that people are saying like, "Oh, these characters didn't get enough time in the movie or whatever." I was like, it's not about them.
No.
It's not about those characters. It's about Thanos.
Next movie's about those characters.
Yeah, we're gonna get Captain America and Iron Man. We're gonna get a lot of them.
Yeah. And then we're gonna be sitting there like, man, I want more Thanos. So good.
We didn't get a lot of Black. I'm surprised we didn't get a lot of Black Panther though.
He's dead.
For now.
For now, yeah.
You leaving Dylan?
I'm going to meet Brian outside.
What is this?
It's for you.
Okay, thanks. We're gonna get
Joey got
cheeseburgers.
mad because, I know. Joey got mad because I didn't tell him I loved him. He was like, excuse me.
We're doing a podcast. You dick. They're both coming too, by the way.
You're doing a podcast.
All right, so let's get this rolling because I told you I texted Yasmin and told her that we're running a little bit late, but we're gonna get going.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, so the Wakanda scenes. I thought the Wakanda scenes were going to take a lot more like place in the movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't, surprisingly, which I'm okay with.
I was okay with too.
It didn't bother me.
Sorry, go, Terry.
It also didn't hold the hand of. Dude, I'm telling you, it wasn't him. That's weird. Whatever. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm just stupid, but I don't think so. But they didn't hold the audience's hand either. Like, they could have spent like 10 minutes on the reuniting of Bucky and Cap, but they didn't.
Well, that's all they need.
It was a little thing, yeah.
That's a problem with a lot of movies is they'll stretch out the smallest things. It's like, when you see, like, guys are guys,
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's say it's two giddy schoolgirls. You're gonna have to take like 5 minutes for them to, because giddy schoolgirls, that's what they do, But Bucky and Cap are from a different time where people just see each other. Hey man, how you doing?
Yeah,
good
they're
to
from
see you.
they're from the fucking 40s,
Yeah.
dude.
So it's like, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you too. And then you can move on.
Yeah.
But some people, it's like, well, we're going to have to start this. How are you feeling? You doing okay today? It's like,
Yeah, I get that. And
how's the arm fitting? Is it fitting good? Because obviously it's fine because he's walking around not going, oh man, this arm's killing me.
So what I thought about this film, what I narrowed it down to is it's Thanos' film. It's also Iron Man's and Thor's.
Yeah.
Thor is very heavily like throughout this film.
Yeah.
Well, he's on his revenge.
He's
on
a
his
key
revenge.
character.
Huh? He's a key character.
He's a key character.
So when he goes and sees E-Tree, which is played by Peter Dinklage, which I knew as soon as they said they were going to go see the doors,
I was like,
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Because I knew he was in the film.
Yeah.
It was always rumored for a while that he was in the film. Which his character was pretty cool.
I kept hoping that he was going to be Ebony Maw, but then when Ebony Maw starts talking, I'm like, as much as I love Peter Dinklage and doing that manipulative voice he could probably do.
Yeah, this is way better voice.
This is working.
I was gonna say
Squidward was working.
Squidward.
I agree with
Squidward and Grimace.
with that. With it's Tony Stark. I'm adding one more to important movies.
Oh, also Gamora.
Okay, another one then. I'm also putting Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange was very vital.
Yeah. He's. I wouldn't say it was
some of the coolest
It wasn't his movie, but I'm saying I'm going importance.
Yeah,
I'm saying important.
He had some of the coolest scenes.
Yeah,
they used him really well in this film.
But key component movie wise, I would put Gamora, Tony, and Thor.
I wish we'd had more time with Gamora in the first two Guardians films to build this up even more.
Why? Because
it's mostly Peter Quill
in the second movie, yeah. But the first movie, you got a good.
I'm saying I wish we had even more because it was a lot of Peter Quill throughout both. It smells good, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know.
You can have it. Let me see. Y'all want this?
I figured.
What is it?
I don't know. Don't eat too much. We got burgers.
Oh, I'm good.
I thought it was a burger. I was like, yeah. But and then let's see. Oh man, so I'm gonna go back to the scene on Vormir. That scene on Vormir is my favorite scene in the film. It's so beautifully done. I love the cutting back and like it was like fading from like one angle to another. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That felt so. Oh my god.
Well,
it felt so heavy too. Like when he was dragging her along like a father to a daughter, like going to like something that she doesn't want to do. It felt so father and daughter to me.
Well, let's get to the Red Skull thing real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Which that of course is not Hugo Weaving.
No, definitely not. It's the guy from Walking Dead. He does great impressions.
Yeah. What was it? Somebody who said that it was him doing an impersonation of Hugo Weaving doing an impersonation of Werner Herzog.
Okay.
But just kind of how he had this like, I think what made him cool and you couldn't have a movie with that character consistently. Just that like he's like there in that moment.
Yeah.
But it also seems like he's somewhere else. You know, he's just kind of like there, and then he's somewhere else, and it just, to me, it just kind of, it super enriched the whole situation.
It did. It really did, and it made sense.
Yeah.
It really made sense of why he was there. Like they didn't just throw him in there.
And we had to figure it out. Like it, I agree. It was nice. It was like closure.
Yeah. Asshole. So the whole fighting scene. Let's just move towards the end here. The fighting. Oh my God, when Black Panther and Captain America start running ahead of the rest of the people.
That was awesome.
And that was so fucking cool.
They're running equally.
Yeah, it was so awesome. Because you just see Black Panther start going, and then you see Captain America. And I was like, oh my fucking God, I'm about to come.
What was cool is when they're running, they both like jump at the same time. And boom.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And then later in that fight, we get Thor coming in like a fucking badass, which was one of the coolest moments of the film. He's like, bring me Thanos.
But what's cool is they brought a little more of the levity back before the fading away of people.
They did.
They
Really
because
did. He's like, I see you copying my beard.
That was improvised.
Was it?
There were, as I know, 3 moments that were improvised. That one, the Drax,
And Tom Holland.
and do you know the Drax one? The
Which
Why
one?
is Gamora?
Oh, why is Gamora?
Yeah, that was improvised, and then the Tom Holland. So it was 2 comedies.
Did you know that Tom Holland improvised that? The when he's dying?
no.
Yeah,
He improvised that.
that
dude.
was all.
Which makes it better.
Yeah,
So the I don't want to go. Is that
I don't want to go. Him falling onto Tony Stark. All that was improvised.
But it makes sense because, like, his spider sense and his accelerated healing, he can feel it coming, but
Because he lasted longer.
Yeah, but his healing was like, no.
It was good.
It was awesome. It was
I
fun.
will say, learning what Groot said.
Oh, so yeah, so
All right, well, hold on. We could go into this, but let's go ahead and we're gonna have to wrap this up after this.
Yeah.
So
I just want to let's talk about the people dying. Should do that.
All right.
The snap.
We'll
we get the snap.
tell you what,
Did you think we were gonna get the snap?
we'll end it. We'll end at the Groot one. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you think we were gonna get the snap?
Yes.
I felt like we were, but like throughout the whole film, I'm just like, it's not gonna happen. They're setting it up too much. They're setting up too much. I'm like, it's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I and Jordan, as we were watching it, I was getting angry near the end because I was like, are they really going to destroy this and not have Thanos do
Okay,
it?
yeah. So when she kills, oh, that was a powerful scene. When she's like trying to, where she's killing Vision,
Yeah.
and they're like, I love you, and it was a fucking awesome.
I was like, fuck.
It's just quiet, and we're like, wait, what?
I was like,
Me
fuck.
and Dave are looking at each other.
Well, here's what I thought. I thought that's where the movie was going to end.
That was a good point. But I was like, fuck, we're not gonna get it. And then Thanos just was like, fuck this, and reversed
And reversed it, and it was awesome.
I was like, oh my god.
And then,
No.
Thor.
When he did the snap, that's when I thought the movie was going to end.
Oh, that would have been
awesome.
That would have been
awesome. But it was
people would have
better.
went, what the fuck?
But I think they ended it better. They ended it better.
Yeah.
Think how dark the beginning would be, because you'd end with the snap, so the beginning of 4 would be everyone dying.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
Yes, I hear them. But
Nothing you have, I imagine. Be quiet for a minute.
all right. So when people started to fade,
Well, wait, hold on. When Thor threw the axe into his chest, I was like,
what the fuck? They're
they're killing him?
Yeah.
They got me. They really did get me.
And I liked when you should have aimed for the head.
You know, he's like, but he kept stuttering for a second. I was like, what's he gonna say? You should have gone for the head. I was like, oh.
And then it happened.
we all of us and Thor all had the same reactions, like, oh.
And then it happened, and I was
like,
happy.
what?
I was happy.
What's the thing when
I heard David say,
I
they did it.
in countless movies, TV shows, somebody always gets shot. They're wearing a bulletproof vest. If you're gonna shoot somebody, why not shoot them in the head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
the biggest flaw in action movies. Nobody gets shot in the
I
head.
know. But then when people started fading away, I wish Peter would have stayed.
Other than
I wish
Groot.
Groot would have stayed.
Other than Groot, what's the one? All right, let's
Bucky
say
got me. The first one, Bucky got me.
Okay.
That hurt because I was in the mind of Steve Rogers.
Which one hurt the most?
Well, what one like kind of got you? Like it was that moment that you're like starting to really realize what's going on.
Fuck.
To be okay, so what?
First, Vision dying actually kind of hurt too, but that was before.
The cold gray body.
that was creepy.
I
Actually.
think the moment that I was like, I don't know now, was when I saw Black Panther.
Yeah, that was.
When I saw Black Panther, I was like, oh shit, who else? But the moment that got even heavier Because it was it Groot then Spider-Man or Spider-Man then Groot?
Spider-Man was one of the last ones.
Yes,
but Quill hurt me. Quill hurt me because Quill's my favorite character. He's one of my favorite characters.
We don't have time to go into another thing.
But Spider-Man, Groot and Spider-Man hurt the most.
Yeah, Spider-Man hurt really bad, but Groot.
Now knowing what he said.
Like he's such a teenager,
and
like,
we got him back. We got him back, and now he was gone. But we're getting him back again, of course.
No, we're not getting him back. Well, no, we didn't get him back. That is a different character.
Oh,
it is a different character.
It is.
It's a different.
Yeah, it's Groot's son.
What? Dude, hold on. Stop being rude.
But no, when Drax started to go, I was like,
Drax hurt.
I was like,
Did you hear him? He said, Quill.
Oh. That was.
Well, the thing. All right. When the first Guardians come out, and this will go back to my nephew, a lot of how Drax reminds me of my nephew.
Yeah, he told me that.
Aside from like the anger issues and all that, but just a lot of how he is, like, doesn't get, like, he's very much like somebody with autism.
Yeah,
he's very much like somebody with autism, and that is the one that I'm like, oh, and then Groot did get me, and then I'm not a heartless
especially
bastard,
now because he said
knowing what the line is, but what was the line, Dave? I know you keep whispering.
I just said it. I said Dad.
Oh, you did. I was hoping I wanted Dave to say it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because Dave was all into it.
Ruining all my
Yeah, but I sent it.
I know, but Dave was really into it, and he was so excited, and he's been so quiet, and you've been not even talking.
David's always been quiet.
It almost fit.
I have so much to talk about.
The one time I did start talking, I was proven wrong, so I've just...
God damn it.
You go back to the goddamn cellar.
No, he's not.
And then the whole Spider-Man thing. I've just been fucking up, Terry.
But I think one of what hit hard actually was when Captain America was said, "Oh God," and then it cuts to Thanos. Oh shit! It cuts to Thanos as he says God. That's kind of cool. But no, and then it cut to Thanos and he's watching the sunrise. Alright, that was not needed. But yeah, as we cut to Thanos, it's this. Okay, we'll end on this real quick. The post-credit scene.
Well, all right. I just want to touch on this teeny tiny thing.
All right, go ahead.
This teeny tiny thing. All right. So a big thing going around the internet is people are upset with Peter Quill.
Yeah. I get it though.
Yeah, I get it. But
no, I know. I get why Quill did what he did.
Yeah.
He's lost so much.
And what was kind of cool was the fact that Tony was the one trying to be the reasonable one about it when he's done so many things based on emotion.
But he wasn't being like. He wasn't being like, Quill, you're being fucking stupid right now. He's like, I get it. Quill,
Yeah.
just calm down for 1 second. Quill.
Because at that,
it was so good.
I think at that moment, like, Tony was like, he kind of had a realization almost.
But you know what was better about the situation? Sorry, David, I don't mean to keep cutting you off. I thought you were done with what you were saying. But you know what makes it better? It was when like Peter's like almost has all like, I almost got it.
Yeah,
he's like a little kid. He's like a little kid.
Yeah, you saw it. It was like here, and then
there was a gap.
Yeah, it was off.
But I just like how he was saying it because he felt like such a teenager. That's what I love about Spider-Man and this Spider-Man so much. He captures the teenage spirit so fucking well.
And it is so. It had all I wanted. With Spider-Man.
I love that scene so much. He's like, I almost got it. I got it.
It's because he's a teenager.
I love it. I want to see it right now.
That's why I like Spider-Man. I said I hope Spider-Man goes into space, and my God,
he did.
He's on a different planet.
I want Cap to go in space though.
Well,
that's what I want.
Well, all right. So that just shows you that they built up things enough to where you were excited. You know what it's capable of.
Tony Stark,
and you were so excited that he was getting that off. You're like, yeah, he's getting off, and it's like, oh.
And you see,
but
he grabs it.
we kind of all knew that it had to fail.
Oh, it had to.
But it still was. Yeah. It was still fun.
That's the beauty of writing and directing. It's like you know these things are going to happen, but it's this is what I'm telling you about Avengers 4. We know it's going to happen at Avengers 4. Yeah. In one way or another, it's going to happen. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen like people are thinking it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. But it's about how we get there. It's about what happens in between.
Well, that's going back to what we were talking about before. That's storytelling.
Yeah.
And even though all the Marvel movies have story issues, all of them do. it's a nature of the size of the movies they're dealing with. You know, and actor egos, going back to with Gwyneth Paltrow and all that. Actor egos, they want to do something. I feel like I'm doing nothing. It's like, well, you know, you're kind of a secondary character that's just like a moral compass, and you kind of pop in and out. But you
No, I was just saying. Let's go.
But you know, people don't get the journey.
No.
That's why, like, people watching these like 2-minute short films. It's like that's a like a brief story.
Yeah.
That's not a journey, and that's what makes something like what they've been doing.
It's just 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a journey.
Well, I still say it's since 2012, but hey.
Dude, this is an expedition. They set it up with the first Iron Man, dude. It's 10 years of storytelling.
It's been 10 years of storytelling, but I don't care what they say. This is not what they were building up to. At some point,
because they
decided this is what they were building up to.
Thanos was going to be the villain of the second film originally.
The second Avengers, yeah.
He was going to be the villain of the second Avengers.
Right.
But Joss Whedon wanted a more grounded character.
Yeah. But he wanted a smaller movie, which he ended up getting a much bigger movie.
Yeah, which I love Age of Ultron.
I do too.
All right, we're coming. So let's talk about the post-credits real quick. I love the post-credits scene. When that logo pops up, I knew it was coming, but that logo popping up, that got me.
It was nice.
Sam Jackson almost got a motherfucker.
I know.
Almost.
That was a perfect line to go out with. It was that was so Sam Jackson.
Somebody's like, you know what we want from you, Sam, motherfucker.
He's like, God damn it. All right, what about you, David? Final thoughts, real quick. What would you rate the film?
Rate the film, man. I'd have to just give it a solid. Well, because it's its own genre at this point. So for being
really
the start of the end, quote unquote, I would give it an A+ just for that. But overall movie, I would probably give it an A maybe, more likely an A.
I would give it an A+. It's probably because I'm so biased because this has been a journey for me. I'm not getting choked up. I'm choking right now.
I'm gonna have to give it a B because I still don't know what the end of the story is.
And that's okay. Wait till we get Avengers 4, and it might change. Like, watch the films back to back, and like they'll coincide, obviously, and maybe it'll make it better.
So
right.
what are we gonna what do we think, real quick? What's going to happen in Ant-Man dealing with this?
I don't know. I think I heard
idea.
Ant-Man takes place before this.
Okay.
I have no idea. That's gonna be something.
That's kind of annoying me.
Yeah, it's been bugging me too.
Like,
it's really been bugging me.
Well, no, that's the only thing I didn't like about Black Panther is that it takes place directly after Civil War.
Yeah.
So.
Which I get it. To tell these stories, you kind of have to like play around with the time. And everything.
if they want us to do these, like, go with this, because again, with Captain Marvel comes out, it's a prequel.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense though for the character.
Well, yeah,
this makes
but
sense.
It's just that if they're going to be playing with time, you know.
I don't like when they play with time by playing with it where it's very close periods of time. But if they want to play with time and go back in the 90s, that's fucking fine.
I'll give them that one.
Yeah.
But the way these movies are going,
I get you.
It's like, can we just keep a consistent going along with it instead of like, oh, well, and that's so and so.
Well, and that's why they don't like saying they try specifically not to say the date or times or dates in the films
because it's going to get them. It's going to get them in trouble with fans.
Exactly. All right. Well, there's our talk. Sorry we have to head out so quickly. We're on a very limited time frame. But if you guys want us to, or if Paul wants us to talk more on this eventually, then we can do that.
Love you, Paul.
Love you, Paul.
Well, I want us to get a. I want to actually have a. It's going to be a rough discussion, but I want to actually have us where we watch it, and then discuss.
Yeah, let's do
The Dark Knight.
Let's do an audio.
We don't need.
All right, I'm leaving.
No. Because we need to discuss that movie because it's a great movie.
It's not. All right. That's it.
No, we'll have a discussion.
We're going to end on that. Stop talking.
That's my line. Yeah, but guess what?